high mountains, you may notice that it just gets greener and greener. So at the top of the West High Mountains, it's about, if we were just to use the sub to get it out here, it'd take about an hour and a half. So what Roxy's doing right now, though, is she's looking, or she has a location on the sub, but we're looking for the coloration in the water to make sure there's. It's right about here now, 10 feet from the boat. Alright, it's pretty easy to spot. We're going to go right for it.
Right there.
The submarine just got clearance to surface, so now is the time to hit record on your phones. It's going to be up in 15 seconds or so. And here she is, the beautiful Atlantis floor.
Unclear. 5-6, sure looks good. Clear an engine.
Yeah, this is not the Finding Nemo ride at Disneyland. Alright, now that I have everybody standing, if everybody can try to find a seat on this side of the boat, this side where I'm pointing now. The reason for that is we have people on the submarine. We want to make sure we have places for them to sit. Alright, now can I have everybody please sit? You don't want to walk down it like a staircase. You want to be facing the ladder, it's kind of inclined like a staircase, but you're going to go down it like a ladder. So you're going to be facing the ladder, both hands on the... Sorry about that, folks. We just did that because we saw it in the movie once. In fact, our alarm is going to be Brandon in the back. He's going to scream like a little girl. Alright, some of you may know what that means today. You are all spies. Going up to 130 feet down deep below the ocean. We're going to see some cool fish, discover some coral, and maybe even see a shark. Do you accept your mission? Say yes. They like to eat the algae off of the coral, so our coral is getting very green and disgusting. So we raised the price of these guys from $30 to $500. So now we can see quite a few of them today, and our coral has been very nice and healthy. So there's those eels out on the port side. That one in the front is huge. This is your Hawaiian bacillus fish. These are also known as the Oreo cookie fish. Also on the port side, you can take a good look at those raccoon fish. Those are the Romeo and Juliet fish I was talking about. But the Hawaiian bacillus is an endemic fish, which means that you can only find it in Hawaii. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you are in the most isolated place in the world. We're 2,000 miles away from the nearest land. So a lot of fish here you can only find in the Chihuahua of the sea. So if you have a friend that has a Chihuahua and you go into their house, you know it likes to yap and yap, bite your ankles. It's very, very tasty fish. If you have ever heard the saying, you are what you eat, these guys only eat crustaceans, making their skin very white, flaky, and juicy.
Oh my gosh!
You see? Now we got a big eye effort right next to the window here. We're gonna try to get a little closer to it. We can't promise anything. They like to hide in these caves. There's quite a few of them out here today. They have a big black eye and a black gill color. So the reason for that is the ocean likes to suck up the colors. So if you remember in kindergarten, Roy G. Biv, the color spectrum, red is the first one to go when you
It
go
looks like
deeper in the ocean.
tilapia.
So I have a demo up here. If everybody looks up here, you see this black handkerchief here? So watch this. This is not... Alright, you have to bend down, but he's swimming right in front of the window now. He's right below the submarine. And it's going in front of that. It was as beautiful above water as it is underwater. But unfortunately, it was costing a lot of money to keep this ship afloat. So if you don't know, seawater is very unforgiving to metal, especially when it's this old. At one point, the ship almost split in half. The state was spending upwards of 50 grand to keep this ship afloat. So finally, it was just getting too much for everybody. So they approached Atlantis Submarines and asked if we wanted to buy the ship. These two big fish right in front of, they're swimming over the cargo hold now. That is your bluefin trevally, one of our apex predators. So they approached Atlantis Submarines and asked if we wanted to buy it. Can you guys guess how much we bought this ship for?
50K.
Somebody did their homework. We bought the ship for $1. $1. But if you have ever heard the saying, buy a boat, break out another 1,000. In this case, we bought a boat for $1, broke out $250,000. Yes, exactly. So the reason why it costed so much is, so we sank this on purpose. I'll tell you that. It was not Captain Matt's first captaining job. We sunk this on purpose. If you look out the starboard side, you may notice that there's not much out here. So this was the spot the state chose for us to sink here. So what we did, we paid for the land around it, which cost quite a bit. We also had to pay for the man hours to get everything off the ship that was toxic to the fish, such as grease, oil, any gas, anything like that. You guys chose the time for a tour. That is another fish directly in front of the bow. He has a very long nose, yellow body. Alright, so what's going to happen is we're going to open these hatches. You guys are going to remain seated until Captain gives you the word. Let's give a hand out for Captain Matt, bring us out alive. Yeah, they came in.
Somebody came in. I mean, next spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright, we're headed back to the harbor now, but we're going to pass the submarine with our crew. Be sure to wave at them. To take a picture or video of them, it's going to be $20 per person. It's going to go directly to me.
Built to teach our young people Polynesian navigation using the stars.